I will describe motion of the human body. So, we need to identify the space on which that motion occurs. To do this, we need to divide the body into three different sections or planes: sagittal, transverse, and frontal. Today, I am going to demonstrate and discuss these motions on how they occur on each of these planes. The sagittal plane is a vertical plane cutting the body into left and right halves. So, we need forward and backward movements parallel to this plane occurs in the sagittal plane. Movements such as flexion and extension will occur in the sagittal plane. As you can see, in this lunge movement, I am moving my body front to back, flexing and extending at the hip and the knee joints, in which it occurs in the sagittal plane. The frontal plane is a vertical plane that passes through the body, dividing it into anterior and posterior halves. Any lateral or side movement moving towards or away from the midline will be on the frontal plane. Some movements such as adduction or abduction or elevation and depression of the scapula will occur in the frontal plane. For example, this jumping jack, which occurs on the frontal plane, since the movement is add and abduction of the arms and legs, is occurring parallel to the plane moving towards and away from the midline. Lastly is the transverse plane. This is the horizontal plane that divides the body or parts of the body into two, the top and the bottom halves. Anytime we rotate our joint, it occurs in the transverse plane. So, movements such as rotation, pronation, and supination all occur in the transverse plane. For example, you can see that I am demonstrating an external and internal rotation of humerus. Since its rotation at the shoulder is pivoting, it indicates it's on the transverse plane. Keep in mind, while it's helpful to define the three principal planes, many human movements do not occur in a single plane and usually cross two or more, like lunge with an upper body rotation. You will notice that it occurs in both sagittal and transverse planes. To get a better idea of how the plane of motion works, try applying it to your everyday life as you make movements in your daily life. Try and think about what plane of motion that occurs in. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something.